Hello everyone, welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'. So today I have something a little bit different for you. If you subscribe to my paper pumpkin, you know that you get this lovely box that comes in your mailbox every month. And what do you do with the leftovers? Stampin' Up's usually very generous with their subscriptions, so you usually have leftovers. So let me explain. First of all, if you're new, Paper Pumpkin is a subscription program where you get mailed a crafty item. Mostly they are cards in the mail in a box just like this size, every month. The first time that you get a block that you can work on. After that, then you don't get the block, but it usually gives you all of the paper projects, the stamp set, a spot shot of the color that you'll be using. Sometimes there's two, it just depends on what the project is. A photopolymer stamp set, which is yours to use over and over again, and then all the supplies to make it. So this month, let me just grab out what came in the box, so I don't have anything in here except for the instructions. It gives you the instructions to the cards that you're making. You're making 12 cards, and it shows you a picture of each card. So they have all the different sentiments. You put it whatever you want in it. The name of this one was Something for Everything. So as you can see, this one was shown here as a congratulations card, but I did just because I think it's cute and I like sending just because cards. So it has all of the cutouts, the card base, which I think is awesome, and then it had stickers for you to put on, and then you stamp the sentiment in the flag and you popped it up, and it even gives you the dimensionals to use. So as you can see, I have extra dimensionals here that are perfectly good to use. There were 3 different designs of 4 cards each. So there's 4 of this design, 4 of this design, 4 of this design, and then matching envelopes, so that you had 12. So here's 6 of them. I went ahead and put the other 6 with the envelopes in our acetate card boxes, just so that I could give it away as a gift, because I think it's absolutely stinking adorable. You always need birthday cards, and this is perfect for a man or woman, and I like that. Okay, so these were the projects all done. When I was done with making the original projects, and by the way, they do come with written instructions so that you know what to do step by step, step 1, step 2, okay, all the way through. All right, and then here they're showing that they use some of them to actually, you can do more with the kit. If you didn't care for what they had alternatives of cards that you could make, or you could cut them apart and make them for, it looks like some memory keeping here. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, let me set that aside. But then here is what I had left over. I had leftover dots. I had leftover labels. I had a whole thing of leftover labels that have a gold embellishment on them, which I love. And then leftover flowers and leaves. And I had 2 sets of these actually left over, but I made some sample cards before I did this. So there's plenty of these. And then after all of the gold foil cutouts, I want you to see that I went ahead and cut out with a punch a little butterfly here that I can use that for an embellishment, and I figured maybe I could even get my leaf punch in there and punch that out. So these were just some leftovers. So let's get stamping. Now normally this is my Quickadilly, which a Quickadilly is a play on my name Piccadilly, and it means it's a quick video, but I had to kind of explain, so this took a little while. And usually on a Quickadilly I do 1 card, but we're going to be doing 2 different styles. So the first style, I have a card base of, this is so saffron because it matched very well with the colors that they had. This is the terracotta tile. They have like an old olive, and then they either have a stamped off version of terracotta tile, or they had some petal pink. Either way, I thought it went really good with that gold. So let me burnish that down. And then I want to grab the one thing I love about Stampin' Up, and I mean truly love, is that all of their stuff coordinates. So they had this Mosaic Mood Designer Series paper, and it has all these different patterns on here. One of them that we're going to be using today. Here was the Mosaic side, and see, it even has a little shimmer, which is so pretty on this, but I don't want flower with flower, so we're going to use this other side that has this leaf pattern in that color, and I'm going to put that down for the base. This is just a great way to use the leftovers, get a few more cards out of your kit, and really kind of have it all figured out for you, because we've already seen what Stampin' Up did. So we're just going to follow the same basic idea that they did and just use some of our Stampin' Up supplies that we have already on hand in our stash. Okay, so I've just layered this onto the card. Then I have a party that I pre-cut. This is another one of our nested label designs, and I pre-cut that, and I'm going to go ahead and glue that down also. They had like the circle, and then they had the octagon shape on their card, so I'm just going to put a card or a background down on mine. So I already have a terracotta tile ink pad, so I'm just going to use my own, but it does come with one. I'm going to ink up this happy birthday, and I'm going to pick one of these labels. Let's see here. I hope I'm in camera. There we go. Perfectly. And so it's got that little gold edge in there that I think is really pretty. Now, I attended our last onstage event, and I learned this little tip that I think is kind of cute. So you make like an oversized granny bow, you know, and I'm going to use a glue dot. Now, glue dots did not come in this particular kit, so these are just from my own stash, and you kind of place it, and you can do more than one loop if you want to, like that on your card. Now, dimensionals did come in this kit, so we're going to go ahead, and because it's fairly long and this paper is on the thin side, I'm going to use 3 dimensional so that there's no sag here. Let me get out my little scrap bowl. And then I'm going to place this kind of in the middle there. Okay, we're not done. Well, let's decorate this up, and I think I have some started here. So let's put a few of these down. One more there. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot some leaves. We'll do one here. Let's add some leaves to this. I love how easy this goes together. Like so. Get a little leaf there. And that's pretty good. And then it comes with these absolutely beautiful, these are champagne colored, which I love. This is something new that they're going to have, not these particular ones, but rhinestones that they'll have. Well, actually, these are rhinestones that they have in the new mini catalog that's coming out. So I think that's pretty awesome. Put these on the inside of these little flowers peeking out here. Isn't this cute? Okay, so now I followed the same design. Let me pull out one of Stampin' Up's cards here. They had the shape. They've got stuff peeking out from behind. So I just followed the same thing using what I had. This was the shape that I had. I could have definitely used a circle punch. This was just some background paper I had. I did the exact same thing. Let's see, here's another one with these flowers. So as you can see, I did the exact same thing. Okay, comes out very cute, doesn't it? Okay, I told you, as far as my quickadillies go, this isn't going to be so quick. Let me get out the next one. And this, I have two pieces of paper here. The first one is going to be the card base. This is Coastal Cabana cardstock, which also I think matches these leftovers quite well. So if you see the colors, isn't that gorgeous? And this time we're going to do, I'm going to pull out the Coastal Cabana. And in this stamp set, there was these just flowers, just like these little ones that we just stuck on there, only it was in the stamp set. So I'm going to be using that, and I'm going to take a 2 1/4 inch punch, and I'm going to punch it out, a circle out, so that we get that shape like we have got going on in this card for the background. And I'm going to turn my card this way this time, and I'm going to take a look at this shape. I'm thinking I'm going to do this down here in this corner. I have my stamp set already loaded up onto the block so you can see right through. That's one of the things I love about the clear stamps. And I think I'm just going to put some there and maybe there. Maybe turn this a little and go up. And then I will have some there and there. And turn it again. And right there. Let's do just a few here, so that it's kind of making a background like they have in their cards, only I'm just doing it myself, which I love that look. So let's go ahead and glue this down. Like so. Okay, we're going to follow the same idea as what we did last time. So this time, let's take a different sentiment. This one says, "Hey friend," and I really think that's cute. I'm going to go ahead and pull back that terracotta tile ink. Hey friend. And I wanted a little bit more of this gold embellishment, and this has got kind of that ticket tag edge. So I'm going to set this down right here. Perfect. And we'll just cut this out, and I'm going to show you this. See how it's got that little bit of a gold edge there? That's going to be really cute. So let me close this up before I get my finger in it. Okay, we're going to follow the same idea. And let's just take the 2 on this one. And then we're just going to do the exact same thing. I'm just kind of putting these in there. And let's take some leaves and place on here. I think I want this longer one first. Longer leaf, and then maybe this fatter one kind of coming across like that. Okay, so we're doing the same idea as this. It's coming across. And then I think on this, I'm going to pull in, this is some of the rose colored thread. It's like a metallic thread. And let me see if I have some snail handy. I do. I'm going to just put down a couple lines there in the middle. And let's take this, and I'm just going to wrap it around 2, 3, 4, 5. Get my paper snips out. Snip that out. I'm going to put the little tail right back into the glue here. Okay, perfect. I like to tape that little end, otherwise I get that thing unrolled everywhere. Let's take our sentiment now, and we still have leftover glue dots or dimensionals. I'm going to do the same thing just because I don't want any sag in the middle, but I want it lifted up. And right here, I'm going to have it cover up like so. That's down a little bit. There we go. Okay. Now let's do some more decorating here with some of these. Let's see, you could have one there. And we'll overlap that one there. And there. Okay. Now I'm going to come back in and use the little embellishments that were left over for the centers of these little flowers. Isn't that adorable? So I'm still left with quite a few of these little jobs, which I'll figure out something to do with them. I have leftover embellishments for the middles of those. Let me bring this back in. And I have my stamps that I can use, and I love this font. So this is just one idea of what to do with some leftovers. I think I'm going to trim down the tails here. That's a little long. Let me pull back in the original ones that Stampin' Up. So you can see I just followed this same configuration on both of these cards, then this card, and then there's one more here that comes with the original. So I've got the original 12, and I was able to get 4 more cards, pulling in some of the of 2 different styles. I mean, you could probably do different styles altogether, but I just chose these 2 and stuck with them. But I was able to get 4 more of this type with that, and then there's actually some of these left, and these, plus my stamps. So I'll come up with something with it. I just wanted to show you the original Stampin' Ups versus what I did with the scraps and leftovers. I think it came out pretty cute. I really do. Now, I do want you to know that I will put a link to Paper Pumpkin if that's something that you would like to sign up for. You can do alternative things. You don't have to do what's in the kit. You can be creative and cut it apart like they showed on the back of the instructions. Or you can make your own combinations with your own stash that you have. But they're very fun, come once a month, and I will add that link. Also, if you need any other coordinating products to go with it, I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so I will put a link to my store also in the description area of the video. Please go ahead and like and subscribe to my tutorial channel. I will be bringing more information. It's all free all the time. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.